Hello, everybody. I am coming at you from Doheny Beach, California, currently looking very close to a freckled, wet rat. And I am okay with that because I was surfing, but the waves are just not it at the moment. And they won't be good for another 45 minutes or so. So I said, I'm going to make a video while I wait. Alright, so my sister, oh yeah, by the way, this is Disrupt Your Norm. My name is Naomi Dunn. I'm an inner work coach. Disrupt Your Norm is where I help you disrupt your current norm to help bring you to a better norm. Okay, today's video, my sister had sent me a video, and this is what inspired this video to happen. And she sent me a video of a girl explaining that her life is very difficult because she is constantly worried about how other people are around her, and how when someone else is upset around her, it upsets her because she thinks it's her fault, and it brings her into a really uncomfortable state, and she's finding herself constantly saddened and uncomfortable and not feeling well around other people because she's always feeling like she's the one responsible for other people's emotions. And when someone's not maybe responding right, or someone's maybe texting, and she didn't say this in the video, but this is very much applicable to it, if maybe you're texting somebody and they don't send you the message you expected, they maybe send you a shorter message or a message with a full stop, your day can then be ruined if you struggle with this thing because you're thinking, I did something wrong, I'm the cause for this, and therefore I need to be upset and fix this because something bad, subconsciously you're thinking something bad will happen if I do not. This is really common in relationships, and it's really common for a lot of people in just their everyday lives. And this is what's called hypervigilance. Now, hypervigilance, if you think of being hyper aware, hypervigilance is when we are hyper aware of other people around us, of other people's movements, their actions, their words, and their moods. And the reason we actually do this is a survival mechanism. And this is usually developed in childhood, very commonly amongst those who had a very emotionally unstable parent or guardian. And the reason is the subconscious brain got the idea as a child that if you are in a bad mood, mommy or daddy, therefore, then gets into a bad mood. Or mommy or daddy or a guardian or sibling, well, maybe not sibling, usually a parent. If we're in a bad mood, if we do something wrong, if we hurt another person and their mood is altered because of it, we then experience maybe anger from the person, an emotion that seems quite intense for our young little child bodies, something that scares us internally and gives us the message that it's dangerous to have other people get into bad moods. It's dangerous for us to be the cause of other people's bad moods. And the thing is we all set off our parents at one point. We were all toddlers at one point. We were all annoying children at one point, where we did things that weren't right, and we did things that didn't feel good for our parents to experience and have to take care of. But if those wrong things or those bad moods or those temper tantrums resulted in a state where our bodies peaked in high cortisol levels out of fear, out of stress, then the body is signaling to the brain that this is a dangerous situation to be in. We can't change other people's moods. We can't be the cause of other people getting in bad moods, because then we are in a dangerous mode. Then we may get emotionally hurt. Then we may get physically hurt. Then we may get emotionally neglected. All of those things are dangers to the mind telling you, okay, this is not good for our survival. And the subconscious brain, the purpose of the subconscious brain is not to make you happy, it's for you to survive. So that's why the subconscious brain then continues this as we are a child growing up as an adult, continues this safety mode of do not hurt other people, do not upset other people, do not stress other people, because if that happens, I'm in danger. So that's what hypervigilance is. It's a survival mechanism that we develop in childhood, we don't get rid of, and we continue in adulthood, which is really, really upsetting and difficult to have, especially for relationships, for friendships or romantic relationships, because we're almost just approaching these relationships with like we're on our tippy toes, and we're not we don't have flat feet where we're comfortable and grounded with ourselves, and we're not being our genuine selves and loving usually authentically, because we're just approaching with fear. We're approaching with fear that we're going to get hurt if we do something wrong. And so this is where security comes in. You see, the first thing to help get rid of this is acknowledgement of, I have this, and acknowledgement of, what would it be like if I didn't? Saying the words, what would it be like, is a profound thing to start saying to begin rewiring the brain. Just saying the words with anything in life. What would it be like if I did this? But we can only say that in this situation by first knowing what it would actually be like if we were secure and didn't have that issue. So let me give you some examples of what it would be like if you didn't struggle with hypervigilance and you were a secure person, no longer fearful of hurting other people. What it would look like is, in conversations you would be present, not thinking about, am I doing something wrong? Did I upset them? Their hand movement, their eyebrow movement, their facial expressions are different. You wouldn't be thinking that consciously or subconsciously. You'd be present. You'd be enjoying the conversation. If you have a conversation with someone and you express yourself fully, and your authentic self, and maybe you did get a weird reaction because not everybody's going to like who you are, that doesn't upset you. You know you're enough and it doesn't bother you. You can still continue your day. If you get a text message from somebody who is clearly being short with you, who is clearly not in a good mood, maybe from something you said, if you know you didn't do a thing wrong, if you know that you didn't hurt this person, and you literally did not do a single thing wrong, then you're not going to be upset by their response, because you know, I didn't do anything wrong. Maybe they're having a bad day. I can ask them how they're doing. I can see what's going on with them, but I'm not going to blame myself. I'm not going to be upset about it because it's not on me. Okay, so this is what it's like. You walk around with more freedom, you walk around with more peace, you walk around with more calmness, your nervous system is stabilizing. And it all begins with asking yourself, what would it be like if I was secure in this way and I didn't have the hypervigilance? That is the first step. You are literally rewiring your subconscious brain when you say the words, what if? And this applies to anything. What if I became successful in my business? What if I learned to become a surfer? That's what I said a few weeks ago. What if I did have this kind of friendship group? What if I did this experience in life that I thought was never possible for me? What if I did travel the world? What if I did do that? As you open your mind, it just makes it so much easier to follow along in that path. But it starts with opening your mind by saying, what if I did? Okay? So you acknowledge you have the problem. Okay, yeah, I do walk around stressed out, worried I'm affecting other people. It's ruining my days, it's ruining my nights, it's ruining my weeks. It's making it hard to be grounded, to be myself, to have genuine friendships and relationships. What if I was secure? Okay? So now you say, what if I was that? And you start approaching situations by acting as if you are that. Okay? This is not going to feel normal at first, but everything I'm telling you is all about rewiring the subconscious mind. When you rewire the subconscious mind in any way, when you approach it, it will not feel normal. It will feel uncomfortable. It will feel very unfamiliar. And it may also feel subconsciously dangerous. And why? Because, like I said, we're acting this way to tell our subconscious, our body, and our mind that we are safe because we're not hurting other people, so therefore we won't get hurt. So as you approach it, and as you say, what if I was secure, and as you start acting as if you are secure, you're not bothered by other people as much as you possibly can by calming your thoughts, by calming your mind. As you repeatedly do this, you are indicating to the body, hey, it is safe to do this. Wow, I didn't get hurt. Wow, I am still alive. Okay? So you're repeatedly doing this. And then my favorite tip out of all of this is, as you approach situations and as you experience situations where people may or may not be upset with you, and you feel that trigger, you feel that intenseness in your body, that intensity, that's when you continually in your mind say calming words. I am enough. I'm safe. I am enough. I am safe. I'm going to be okay. If there's something wrong with that other person, they have every single ability in their body to come and tell me. If they don't, that stems maybe from immaturity. That stems maybe from them wanting to be hurt. But that's not on me. If I know I didn't do a thing wrong, there's nothing for me to do. I am enough. I am safe. And the reason I'm repeating I'm enough, I am safe is because the message we get from those difficulties in childhood is the message that we are not enough and we are not safe. We are not enough because us being who we are, temper tantrum or not, causes conditional love from our guardian, causes less love, less needs to be met, less affection. So that's the message we get. So you say, I am enough. That's not true. I am enough. You question it. If someone is mad at me, does that really mean that I'm not enough? If someone is upset at me, does that really mean I need to hate myself? Does that really mean I'm not worthy of friendships or relationships? Does it really mean those things? No, it does not. It never does. I'm enough. I'm good. And I'm safe. I'm not getting hurt. I'm completely safe. This person's not hurting me. They may be saying things to me, but that doesn't need to hurt me. I know I'm enough. I know I'm safe. Okay. So you're approaching the situations, you're acting as if you're secure because you're recognizing what a secure person would do in these situations. Would they be upset all day and all night because somebody sent a full stop in their message? No, they absolutely would not. If you can think of someone who is very secure in your life, beautiful. Remind yourself of what they would do. If you can't imagine yourself doing it, remind yourself of what they would do. No, they would continue living their life. And yes, you may feel stressed as you're trying to continue living your life. It may be in the back of your mind, but that's when you repeat, I'm safe. I'm enough. What I said was not mean or cruel. I did not hurt this person. If they are hurt, they have every capability to come to me and tell me, and we can talk about it. And even if they are hurt, that's okay. I can apologize. It doesn't mean I have to hate myself. It doesn't mean I have to be stressed. It doesn't mean I'm not safe. I am okay. I will be okay. I'm enough. I'm safe. And I'm good. I'm going to do something fun now. I'm going to do something else now. I'm going to speak to a friend. Whatever it may be. Just live your life. Force yourself to continue living your life regardless. And this, over time, is rewiring, neuroplasticity. The neurons on the brain are literally changing. They're continuously changing. Every time we learn something new, we're changing. And you can see literal videos of the neurons in the brain wiring together and changing when you learn something new. That's what's literally happening in your brain as you are doing this. So just repeatedly change those neurons. Remind yourself you're safe. If you have to be logical with yourself, be logical with yourself. Ask yourself, why would I not be safe right now? Why would I not be enough even if I did hurt somebody? Why would I need to hate myself just because this person is upset? Can't I just apologize? You know what I mean? It's not something that you need to rule your day. We all do things that upset people at times. But then we learn from it and then we try our best to not do it again. It's just how relationships work. We don't ever have 100% perfect relationships. So, yeah, you're safe. You're good. You don't need to stress about other people's emotions around you. You get to be yourself. You get to be grounded. You get to feel safe. And whatever experiences you've had in the past, you don't have to continue living with them at all. If you never felt safe in conversations and friendships and relationships before, you get to now. It's possible for you now. It does not matter how low you are at the moment and how anxious you are at the moment. It is 100%, 1,000,000% possible for you to get to a state of security. It just takes some rewiring of the mind. The reason you got to this state in this first place is because your brain was wired to feel the need to be anxious in order to survive. But the same way it was wired the first time is the exact same way you can rewire it now. It was possible to change your brain then. It is just as possible to change your brain now. It does not matter how low you currently are. You can change it. All right. Thank you very much for watching. If you want any information on my coaching, it's all going to be in the description below. And I hope this helped you. And I hope this encouraged you that it will get better, it can get better, and you have everything it takes inside of you to allow that for you. I promise you that. Promise. All right. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.